Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today is a day, if you are a fan of Labyrinth. We have a brand new Labyrinth monster. I really didn't expect to see a new Labyrinth card in here, but listen, Labyrinth is one of the most popular decks in the game right now, not only because it's a legit competitive top tier deck, but because it's also it's a slower deck, and a lot of players definitely appreciate it. We don't always have slower decks in the metagame, and so a lot of people flock to decks like this when they do happen to be quite playable. I love the artwork. The artwork's really cool. I like that it's not, I'll just be honest, I like that it's not over sexualized, but it's very cool artwork nonetheless. So let's just get into it. Very, very cool card. This is Labyrinth Butler Arius. This is a level 6 Dark Fiend. Level 6 is pretty spicy because I do think one of the low-key notes, just from it being level 6, means that the deck could potentially get a little bit more access now to Chaos Angel. Right, being able to pair Ariana with this card, whereas other than that, you were pairing specifically Stovey Torby with one of the level 8s before to get to Chaos Angel. But now you get another route to potentially do that. Alright, let's see what this card does. It's 15-25 for the stats, so not too big attack-wise, but defense is pretty solid. 2 hard ones return effects. The first effect reads, during the main phase, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard as cost. From your hand, either special summon a Labyrinth monster or set one normal trap. It can be activated this turn. Second effect, when your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of a Labyrinth card or effect, except another Labyrinth Butler Arius, or of normal trap card or effect, and this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card. Okay, so my thoughts here are, it is a level 6, so it is kind of nice to help us out with access to certain stuff, but to be honest, because it doesn't pair with anything else level-wise, it's not like any exceeds are really coming into play. The deck doesn't really play tuners, so as far as generic other synchros, there's not much there. It's mostly just Chaos Angel, really. Other than that, I honestly think this card is kind of just worse Ku Clock, right? They really are filling similar roles here in that they both kind of just pitch themselves to let you activate one of your set normal traps the turn it's set. But the problem is this card's only giving you access to a normal trap that you already have in hand, whereas Ku Clock can let you activate something like whatever you're setting off of your Lady Labyrinth the turn it's set. And so that's the trouble for me, is that if this card just had the same thing but Stovey Torby, it didn't have to set one from hand, or it said you could set one from hand, but you don't have to, and then just any normal trap you could activate that turn. But unfortunately, it's only the trap you set off of from your hand, and so it really takes away the utility that Ku Clock is a little more versatile for. As far as the Reborn effect, I guess this is fine. I don't like that it relies on your opponent. I kind of like Ku Clock's float a little more, because as your engine continues to rotate, you're eventually probably just going to go through a Stovey or a Chandra anyway, which means you'll probably rotate the Ku Clock. Whereas this card is pretty much entirely dependent on if your opponent chooses to respond. And so if they read this card and they see that, they may choose. If it's not an absolute must for them and they have to, and they don't absolutely have to, they probably won't, just to keep you off of getting a free body back to the field. So all in all, feels a little bit redundant. I'm going to say that this is probably the first actual miss for Labyrinth support since we got their initial drop. I mean, they were actually okay when they first came out, but then we very quickly got Lady as the first support card, phenomenal, and Big Welcome Labyrinth, phenomenal. Since then, this is the third card, not feeling it as much. It just feels redundant. It feels like it's not doing a ton that the deck really needed. I mean, I guess being able to special summon a Labyrinth out of the hand if you have a heavy hand, but the problem is let's look at this archetype. Like, what do you really like? I guess if we hard open Lovely, this card could be nice. If you hard open like Lovely plus Ariana, this could be pretty cool. Because you could, like, you know what I mean? Then we're like normaling Ariana, potentially getting in this card, or a you know, whatever, or something else. Maybe a oh no, that's not even a good. Well, I mean, it's fine. It, like, there's nothing bad about it, but helps you pull her out of the gray, out of the hand, and then she's already on field, and she's gonna apply more pressure on your opponent's turn. But it, like, meh. It just makes subpar hands a little bit better, I guess. But in the same vein, instead of doing that, you could easily just like go Ariana, search either Chandra or Stovey, pitch the Lovely to set a trap, and then if you wanted it, that could be Big Welcome, and Big Welcome could just summon Lovely back from grave on the opponent's turn anyway. So it's like, I don't know. That's like the only thing. And then, like, other than that, if you look at all the monsters in the freaking archetype, Ariana, I guess you can pull out of the hand, but she's really your only normal summon anyway, so she's just getting normal summoned. Lovely's really the only brick, and it's a one-off. Otherwise, everything else is either an extender or an engine starter, right? Like, the hand trap guys all just want to be in hand anyway. Just start, at least they're fine. They're just pitching them. And Lady's just going to jump on the field whenever she wants. So what are you really pulling out of the hand? Labyrinth-wise, maybe if this could pull any Fiend out of the hand, it would have been a little better. The deck does have some generic Fiend synergy here and there, but to me, this card's just pretty redundant. I really don't see what this card is doing in the deck that it really feels like it needs at this moment in time. Now, maybe we get more support down the line, and you know what? This is kind of cool because, like, I didn't think we'd get more Labyrinth support this quickly, and this does just open up the possibility for just, like, more Labyrinth support, like, whenever, right? And I've already heard people in the comments being like, when are we going to get the Knight? Like, we see the Knight in the artwork for all these Labyrinth cards, but we've never gotten a card for him. So maybe that's next. I don't know. But those are my thoughts on this card. I really don't think it's going to find a place in the competitive build at the moment. It just feels like it's not doing anything that Kuklok's already not doing himself for the most part, and just in a worse way, to be honest. Even if its stats do kind of line up for some nice things like Chaos Angel at times, but I don't think that's enough. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Probably a little bit too long on one card, but I know Labyrinth is a really big one, and a lot of people are huge fans of Labyrinth, so I want to make sure I was thorough on my thoughts on this card. But that's just me. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you feel differently, if you feel like this card is better than I'm giving it credit for, if there's any specific synergies or applications that I'm not thinking of here, please throw them in the comment section down below. I would love to be corrected if I'm wrong, because I want to be wrong. I like Labyrinth. I just think they need to ban some of the virus cards, some of the super degenerate cards they can access. But other than that, I really think it's a cool deck. But yeah, I'm out of here for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know your thoughts down below. Like I said, subscribe if you want to get news videos anytime new cards are dropping. We still have, I believe, 13 more cards for this set. And the set is dropping in like 4 days in the OCG. So we're going to get 14 cards there. We're probably going to get a new of the deck build pack archetypes either this week or next week, as well as more of maybe the Fire King structure deck reveals. We've got a lot coming pretty quick. So stay tuned for that. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.